Story with No Books, starring Johnny Murcott,
Matthew Murcott, James Murcott.
Right. So we need a name.
Fredwood.
Fredwood.
Ben and Benjamin.
No, I'm not having two. So Benjamin, yeah.
Benjamin and his real name Ben.
So Benjamin is real name Ben. Okay. All right. Right. Now we need a place.
Australia.
Australia. That's yours.
The car boot.
The car boot. Okay. All right.
No, can I choose a different one?
No, Australia. That's your one. That's your one. And
Australia in the zoo.
we need a plant. Is it a plant or a thing? No, it's a thing, isn't it?
Object.
An object. So I need an object.
We need a thing that they travel in.
No, that can be your object.
A dog.
A dog.
A toilet.
A toilet.
A dog in the car boot.
So what we've got is we've got Fredwood, Ben,
We need
Jimin, Australia, a car boot, a dog, and a toilet.
the dog is in the car boot.
No. It'll be wherever I say it is, Smelly.
No, the dog is driving. Right.
Okay, so I have to make a story out of Fredwood, Australia, Ben, a toilet,
Jimin.
a dog, Jimin. Okay.
And a car boot.
Let's see how this
We
goes.
need the animal.
Once upon a
We
time.
need the animal.
Oh yeah, an animal. Oh, we've got an animal. We've got a dog. That was your thing. You can't have a dog.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have
No, I wanted
the dog
it-
as the animal
No.
and have something else as an object.
No. I want it to be a grasshopper.
A grasshopper.
Not a dog. The dog was meant to be in the car boot and they're scared of it.
Right. Okay. I'm making the story.
Mine.
So you've got an animal which is a
A grasshopper.
a grasshopper, and you need an object. Go on.
A torch.
A torch. Okay, that's good. I like that. And what's the animal?
What was it again? Oh yeah, king cobra.
A king cobra. Good grief.
A king cobra called Ben.
So we got Ben, Jimin, Fredwood, a king cobra, a grasshopper, a torch, a toilet, Australia.
Where'd toilet come from?
That was his object, a toilet,
He flushes down.
and a car boot. Good lord. Right. Okay. There's gonna have to be a quick one. I don't know how on earth I'm going to do this. Okay. So once upon a time. Okay.
We have to record it, you know.
Once upon a time.
There lived.
Shh. There was a king cobra called Ben, but his mates called him Jimin.
No.
No. Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a king cobra called Ben, but his mates called him Jimin. And he lived in the Amazon rainforest. And
Jimin.
he used to slide and slither around the jungle all the time. And he'd sit there and he'd go, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And he'd snap. And he'd eat a small mouse. Or he'd snap. And he'd eat an earthworm. Or he'd snap.
And eat a deer.
And he'd eat a camel.
No,
Or
deer.
he'd snap and he'd eat a boat. And he'd snap and he'd eat an ant. He
When
had
you
a very, very varied diet, this king cobra.
I thought he was going to say, when you said boat, I thought he was going to say, snap. He ate a bogey.
And he'd go snap and he'd eat a bogey. That sounds better, actually. So he used to eat all sorts. And
Bogies.
one day, he was slithering around the jungle and he was thinking to himself, oh, do you know, I'm feeling really, really hungry. Really, really hungry.
Really hungry.
And he thought, oh, but there's nothing around, there's nothing to eat, there's nothing to eat. So he said to himself, do you know what, and it's getting dark, I'm going to go home. I'll go home and I'll think about eating later on or in the morning. I don't know, because he was quite indecisive, was Jimin. So he
found
went
loads
back
of
home. And do you
bogies.
know where he lived? There was a small settlement just outside the jungle,
There's a hole.
next to a large, long road. Okay, and the settlement was a loggers' settlement. Now, what loggers do is they, like naughty people, go in and chop the rainforest down, which isn't very good. But they live very close to the rainforest. And Ben, lived right next to this small town. Do you know where he lived? King cobras like to live in places that are safe and secure, like caves. And they like to live in places that are quiet and aren't likely to get disturbed. And just outside this settlement was a small wooden hut. And at the bottom of the small wooden hut was a little break in the wood. And if you slithered through the break in the wood and got into the small wooden hut, there sat a toilet. And that was Benjamin's home. So he slithered back to his toilet house.
No.
Shush.
It wasn't in the toilet. That was his mobile. He goes in it. He says where he wants to go.
Oh, it's a time-travelling toilet.
He pushes the chain and he goes.
It's a time-travelling toilet. All right, we'll have that. So he slithered home to his toilet, right? No, hold on, to his home toilet, house toilet. And he was a bit grumpy the next morning. So he woke up, he said, I'm so hungry. And with that, he popped his head outside the toilet, and do you know what the first thing he saw? Was a grasshopper. A great, big, fat, juicy grasshopper.
Oh, that's my guy.
Anyway, this grasshopper was sat there on the edge of the toilet, and Benjamin sat there and looked at him and thought, there's breakfast. And he was just about to snap when the grasshopper saw him and went, Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? And Benjamin said, well, I'm going to snap, I'm going to eat you, I'm hungry, that's what I do. That's my thing, man. And the cricket, who was called Fredwood, Fredwood grasshopper, said, whoa, because he was a bit of a hippie. Said, whoa, man, that's a bit too heavy, don't you think? And, hold on, shush.
was a ballerina.
Shush. He said, that's a bit heavy, man, don't you think? So, Fredwood said, well, no, not at all, that's what I do. That's my thing, man, I told you. I snap and I eat things and I feel better, and then I go for a little sort of swim and a bit of a slither around. It's great, it's groovy, and the sun shines, and he's, ooh, look at that. With that, he went to snap again. And Fredwood turned to him and said, whoa, man, you gotta chill out. You gotta chillax, man. You gotta chillax. You know, don't you be doing that. I was just coming along. I want to, like, skid and skate around the rim of your lovely home toilet. It's, oh, wow. Anyway, this didn't
How do you do them voices? It doesn't sound like yours.
Does it not? Oh, that's cool. So, well, it's lots of practice and being very silly that does it.
I'm the funniest in my school.
That's cool.
You're not? What, including juniors?
No,
yeah.
No, because what you can say, because you are.
No.
Oh, all right then. So, anyway, Fredwood said, oh, you got chillax, man. You know, whoa, there's better ways to live your life. Look at me. Look into my insect eyes. You know, come on. Let's get together. Let's groove, man. And with that, what's he called again?
Fredwood.
Ben. With that, Benjamin said, oh, seriously? What is going on? What are you talking about? What do you mean? He said, oh, come on.
Benjamin.
With that, Fredwood leapt up onto the handle of the toilet. He said, you just got to imagine, man. You just got to imagine. You're going to have a heart attack if you don't relax. You got to chill. Chillax, man. Just close your eyes and think about somewhere far away that we could go to and you'd be happy, man. And with that, Benjamin said, not a chance, and struck. And he hit the handle of the toilet. With that, the handle came down. And what do you think happened? All of a sudden. And it spun round and round and round and round. And Benjamin spun round and round and round. The thing was, by that time, he'd actually got hold of Fredwood's leg. And then Fredwood spun round and round. Whoa, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? Ah! They spun round and round and round. Well, that was it. It all went dark, and then it all went light, and then it all went a little bit dark and light in the middle. And then with that, they opened their eyes.
Light.
And all they could see was desert.
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 Shh. Desert.
Desert.
All right. There was an echo.
Echo.
So he said, well, I can only see desert. What's going on? It was
Desert.
Well, I'm not going to say that word again. Desert.
Desert.
It was an echo that only worked with the word desert.
Desert.
So they looked around and they said, where are all the trees? Where are the trees, man? What's going on? What were you imagining? This is weird, this is funky, this is, whoa, far out, man. Look at it. There's this sand. There's no trees. We ain't in the jungle no more, man. This is heavy. This is heavy. Where is we? Anyway, with that...
No. Can I do a bit?
Go on.
Man, it's called the desert.
Desert. So with that, Benjamin said, well, when you were saying what you were saying, it put me off a bit. He says, what? He said, you put me off a bit. So I sort of, when I snapped at you, I actually closed my eyes and I was thinking of being somewhere else. So where were you thinking of being? So I just wanted to go somewhere peaceful and quiet and somewhere a long way away. Because I get very upset, because I'm quite a sensitive snake underneath it all. And, you know, it upsets me sometimes. So I wanted to just be away, so I could just, you know, be at one with the earth and the sunshine. And, you know, what have I done? Whoa, you know what you've done, don't you? You know what you've done? You've activated the time travel portal that must have been hidden in that toilet. It's a time travel toilet. Where are we? And with that, they looked around and there was a great big sign saying, welcome to Australia. We got to Australia, man, where you ain't gonna get much farther away than that. And as for quiet, listen, there's an echo. Desert! Desert! Wow, we is so out in the wilderness, man. What are we going to do? There ain't no toilet here. How are we going to get home? And with that...
Desert.
With that...
Desert!
With that, Benjamin looked around
Desert.
and said, well, I don't know what we're going to do. But hey, we may as well be friends. So he said, well, I'm okay with that, man. I quite like you, to be honest. I know you're a bit bigger than me and you're a snake and you want to eat me, but hey, we opposites attract. We could be friends. What do you like? He said, well, I like trees. He said, so do I. He said, oh, I like earth. He said, so do I. He said, I like eating frogs. He said, well, no, I'm not very keen on that, to be honest. They're too big and they get stuck in my teeth. So he said, oh, well, you know, 2 out of 3 is not bad. So he said, well, if we're going to do anything, we've got to get out of this sun. Because I think we just better get used to this, because it's not too bad, is it? What, with us being in the desert and all? Well, no echo.
Desert!
That's better. So with that, they slithered. Go on then, do the echo then.
Desert!
Okay. So with that, they slithered and they bounced, and they slithered and they bounced, and they slithered and they bounced, until they saw something just sticking out of the sun.
It was a sign.
They went up to it, and it was an old car that had been smashed up enough to rot in the desert.
Fire.
And there was a crack in the boot. Anyway, Benjamin looked at it and went, that is ideal. He said, what are you talking about, man? He said, that is ideal. That will do. He said, I don't know what you mean. He said, come with me. So Fredwood jumped onto Benjamin's tail and he slithered and slided and jumped and bounced into the car boot through the little hole. And there they lived happily ever after. And what they used to do is sit on the bonnet of the car during the day and then sunbathe, and then they crawl back into the boot to have a little bit of quiet time or go to sleep, and then they come back out, and they were never stressed, and they were the best of friends, and they got very hot and lovely suntans, and they lived there for the rest of their lives. The end. Yeah. Any good?
Say desert.
Any good?
It's still going.
Okay. So let's get this straight. We used the toilet. We used Australia.
Yep.
We used a car boot.
Yep.
We used a snake.
Yep.
We used a grasshopper.
Yep.
We used Jedward.
No, king cobra.
A king cobra. Not Jedward. Yeah. No, Fredwood. We used Benjamin. What was the other one? Ben.
The car. No. Yeah, the car boot.
No. So we had the names Benjamin and Fredwood. Had the objects, which were...
Torch.
Oh, I never used the torch! Darn it! Well, because it was dark in the car boot, so they had to have a torch.
There you go.
There you go. No, we missed one. Darn it.
No, we're just doing it there.
Okay. Cool. Right.
Toilet.
Okay, well, we used a time travel toilet, which was pretty good. That was a late edition, wasn't it? Okay. That's it. Bedtime? Press stop.